Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing the government shutdown and the immigration process, the process of obtaining visas to the United States. I've had questions here in recent weeks regarding the so-called shutdown, or the so-called Trump shutdown, depending on which side of the political divide you are on. As far as I'm concerned, I'm pretty nonpartisan on all of this. I just look at it from an immigration standpoint. The question often gets posed to me, how is this going to impact the overall process? Well, as of the time of this video, it doesn't look like there's going to be a great deal of impact from the shutdown directly at this time. However, the longer the shutdown progresses, the longer it goes on, it could have an impact on how immigration petitions are processed and how visa applications are processed through the immigration apparatus. So a couple of things. This is from USCIS, uscis.gov. The title of the announcement is "Lapse in Federal Funding Does Not Impact Most USCIS Operations." Quoting directly, "The current lapse in annual appropriated funding for the U.S. government does not affect USCIS's fee-funded activities. Our offices will remain open and all individuals should attend interviews and appointments as scheduled. USCIS will continue to accept petitions and applications for benefit requests, except as noted below." I'm going to truncate this. Some USCIS programs, however, will expire or suspend operations or be otherwise affected until they received appropriated funds or are reauthorized by Congress. So to paraphrase the rest of this, EB-5 Immigrant Investor Regional Center Program, E-Verify, Conrad 30 Waiver Program for J1 medical doctors, non-minister religious workers. So anybody that may fall under those categories, there may be an impact that will be had by the lapse in funding that's occurring as a result of the recent government shutdown. Now, over to Department of State, which has a very active role in the visa process, specifically the National Visa Center and the U.S. embassies and U.S. consulates abroad, which process U.S. visas. For example, here in Bangkok, Thailand, we process many K-1 fiancé visas, marriage visas such as the K-3 or the CR-1 or IR-1 categories. The embassy here processes a fair number of those, along with non-immigrant visas such as tourist visas, J1 visas, which I mentioned before, for exchange visitors to the United States, F1 student visas, for example. All of these are going to be processed by Department of State, and many others for that matter. That being said, there was a recent announcement put out on December 22nd, 2018 on travel.state.gov. Emergency alert, December 22nd, 2018. Operations during a lapse in appropriations. Quoting directly, "At this time, scheduled passport and visa services in the United States and at our U.S. embassies and consulates overseas will continue during the lapse in appropriation as the situation permits." Now, it's my understanding that Department of State, at least for visa purposes, as well as, I believe, consular functions such as passport issuance, is fully funded up until, I believe, October of this year, 2019. So I don't think that this is going to have a great impact on the processing of cases. That being said, as funds are spent and resources expended as time goes on and the shutdown draws further out, there could be problems in processing cases at embassies and consulates abroad. It remains to be seen specifically what those problems could be. As of the time of this video, I have personally been down to the embassy to deal with some matters on behalf of clients, and there wasn't any issue that I particularly saw with respect to the functioning and the operation of the post. But as time goes on, I don't know how this can impact the overall functioning of these institutions. It remains to be seen. As I said, I think we have months before this is going to be a major problem. We'll keep you posted on this channel with further videos as things progress.